Today, we're going to go over why everyone seems to hate Bellingham, Washington, and I'm going to tell you why it is or isn't true. All right, we're going to start off just by reading some of the comments from my videos on what you guys have to say about why Bellingham sucks. First off, damn, I look good.
Oh my god! Wow!
Don't I? But we'll just go ahead and dive into it. Honestly, most of the comments I get are people like this, the bug, whatever your name is, can't say it. I lived in Bellingham for 3 years, originally from SoCal. I loved it as I absolutely love the outdoors, hiking, rock climbing, except the colder months got to me and the rain did too. So eventually I moved away, regretting that decision nowadays. Now, Bug making some really good points that Bellingham is absolutely amazing. You have some really great hiking, outdoors, activities. It's just so green and just nice here. There's a ton to do. But the biggest complaint I get about Bellingham is the weather. And here's the deal. You're wrong. It's really not that cold and it doesn't rain that much. Sure, maybe if you live in the freaking desert like California, you're gonna see it's a little bit colder and it rains a little bit more than it does California. But this isn't California, it's the evergreen state. We got these things called trees. They're green, they're nice. They need water. Moving on. All right, now we got Danny T. The con is that this place used to be such a great place to live. Urban affluent transplants have driven up home prices, created rush hour traffic when there used to be none, and generally made everywhere more crowded and expensive than ever before. First of all, yeah, a lot of people have moved here, but also a lot of people have moved away. Population-wise, we haven't really seen a massive increase if you look at the census data. That said, I will agree that traffic is a little bit worse than what it used to be. There used to be virtually none, now it takes like an extra 2 minutes to get home. Okay, big whoop. It's not like Seattle or Los Angeles where it's just gridlocked all the time. It's really not that bad, and it's just during rush hour. As for everything being more crowded, maybe. I like to think of more lively. But maybe that's just me trying to be a slimy salesman, trying to get you to buy a house in the Bellingham area from me. All right, Grizzy, it looks like you're next. I'm probably butchering your name as well, and that's okay. I lived there for 2.5 years. It was a fun time, but at the end of the day, if you're not into outdoor activities, this isn't the place for you. I mean, I guess it really depends on what you're looking for. If you like the outdoors, honestly, you're not going to be able to beat Bellingham, Washington. That said, there's still a lot of things to do if you don't like the outdoors, so I don't know what he's talking about. Neil, you're my next victim. You nailed it on the head for all the pros. Thank you. But didn't mention all the cons like high crime rate, common smash and dash at the parks and trailheads, the growing homeless population, large population of drug addicts downtown that carry weapons and break into cars, and very high property taxes. That is a lot to talk about. So I just Googled crime rate in Bellingham, and this is what I found for 2020 compared crime rates to Bellingham, Washington to Seattle, Washington. Violent crime rate, like Seattle's almost double, and the United States violent crime rate is a little bit higher. But that said, the property crime does seem to be a bit higher on Bellingham's side. Seattle obviously is still much higher, but it is about double that, though, of the United States average. So from a safety standpoint, it looks like Bellingham's pretty safe across the board. The property crime rate, yeah, I mean, it sounds like there's a lot of smash and grab. I've never had anything stolen. I'm in Bellingham literally all the time. There's really not that many homeless people. I don't know about drug addicts with weapons. I mean, I'm sure there are. I mean, can you name a city where there's not drug addicts? But comparatively speaking, like homeless population to like Seattle, Portland, or a lot of these other largest cities, there's like hardly any homeless people here, okay? Like it's usually concentrated in a couple small areas that are really easy to avoid. And Bellingham has some great resources like the Lighthouse Mission that actually help a lot of these homeless people. As for the high property taxes, yeah, I hate paying taxes as much as the next guy. I mean, again, if we do like a light Google search, like a really basic Google search, you see like that's really not true. We have Olympia here, we have Bellingham, and we have like the United States average. The United States average is $11.40 and Bellingham's like $8.02. I'm not sure how they calculate that rate, but property taxes really aren't that bad. And we also have no income tax, which is awesome. So if you hate paying taxes like me, move to Bellingham. All right, let's see what else you guys have to complain about. Guitar Kwan? I'm not even going to try and pronounce these names. I don't know why I'm bothering. Good visit for a day or two, mainly outdoor activities. Downtown looks pretty rough though. Again, I think it really depends on where you go. I think most of downtown's actually really, really nice and a lot of fun. It's just a couple spots where there's some homeless people. Like what can you do? They're everywhere. Every city has homeless people. Oh my God, a name I could finally pronounce. Andy Lee. How can you mess that up? My pros and cons of living in Bellingham, about 6.5 years from 2015 to 2021. I live there. What I noticed is most locals are to themselves and don't initiate much communication. I actually completely disagree with this. I feel like most locals are really, really friendly. Most people I know are really friendly. I mean, I am a little bit more extroverted than people, so who knows? But also talking to a lot of my clients who are moving to Bellingham, they seem to say the same thing. They think a lot of the locals are really friendly. So Andy Lee, I think you're wrong here. Now, most of these comments are positive, but I'm looking for the comments where people people are just trashing on Bellingham. I want to see what they had to say, because I think we already know why Bellingham's so great. Ranch burger swag, same thing, homeless population, blah, 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 blah. We've already talked about that. First lady, we don't have an ocean here in Bellingham, we have a bay. Okay, whatever, semantics. Ash Finn says, the food scene here is overrated. Most of the restaurants are too expensive for what you get. As a fat person, I disagree. Food here is delicious. You're wrong. Now, is every restaurant perfect? No. Denny's sucks. Actually, I don't think we have a Denny's anymore, but it sucks. Most of the food here, most restaurants, is pretty good, in my opinion. I mean, I'm a big guy, so would I lie to you about food? Really? Now, at the end of the day, let's be real. You can complain about literally any city. There's no such thing as a perfect city, but Bellingham is pretty damn close. It's really nice here. There's a lot to do. It's relatively safe, and it's not as expensive as some people make it up to be. If you get out in the real world and you really compare Bellingham to other cities and other areas, we're doing pretty damn well. But that's just my opinion, and I'm sure I'm going to get about 300 comments down below talking about why I'm wrong and Bellingham sucks, and that's fine. Tell me. I would love to hear your opinion. With that said, my name's Tommy Mutchler, your Bellingham Realtor, and if you need help buying or selling a house here, make sure you click that link down below and reach out to me. I would love to help you buy or sell a house and get the best possible deal. You're really going to be impressed. With that said, I will see you in the next one.